Here we go. There. Okay, so it's good to see so many of you here. Like I was just saying before I started recording, and oh my goodness, now as soon as I'm starting to record, it's like 50,000 dead people in my head at once. So give me a second to try to accumulate my own thoughts here. So I'm glad to see that my members are starting to figure this out and figure out how to come back here. I have 2 members that I'm going to phone today, and I want to remind everybody who is watching this later that if you are a member, you can come on at any time and watch the live readings every single time we do live readings, every Tuesday and Saturday at noon. And if you don't want to be on camera, as you can see, some people here have turned their camera off. That is absolutely an option. Or if the Zoom doesn't work for you, I can still call you just like I used to do. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start. I have 2 people to call, and I'm going to call Jane first because Jane, this gentleman and lady, I think it's your parents. I'm not going to try. See, this is what I mean. I can't even think straight because they've been in my head so strong. And then I'm going to go to this lady that's here, Lana, and then I'm going to call the next person. So let's do this first. It's funny, Spirit doesn't always lay out the order like that for me so clearly, but that was very clear. All right, Jane, I'm coming to you first. Well, you probably can't hear that because we're not live anymore. I'm so used to saying that and people knowing. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear this though.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jane?
It is. Hello, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Do you know that I have had your name in my head for the last couple of months since we've made all these changes?
Really?
Yes, I wasn't sure if you knew how to get in touch with me or whatnot since Facebook kicked me off.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, see, I could feel it. That's why I was like, Tammy, you got to send her a message.
Yeah, no, I had no idea how to get a hold of you.
Aw. Well, my email address. See, we can do it this way. I can phone you just like always, or you can just email me, Tracy at THMedium.ca.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was like, oh, I've missed seeing anything about you or anything lately.
No, well, I still post the Zoom videos on my page, hon. It's just that they go up after the fact. If you want to be here live, you have to be a member. So
Right.
If you have the link and you are a member, you can come on live and watch them every day without even being read.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
sorry?
I'll get Tammy to send me the link and I'll do that.
Perfect. Okay, well, let's do this. Are you ready to go?
I am.
I got 3 people like chomping at the bit to come through. All right, so I want you to sit with both feet flat on the floor.
Yep.
I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling them all the way up through your body, and then blow them straight through the phone at me and give me a minute to focus. Oh, okay. So you're familiar with my term puzzle dump. You remember that term, right?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect, because I got a big one coming through. Right away, we have 2 people that step forward holding hands. I know I should remember who all your loved ones are, sweetie, but I don't. And it's been a couple months since I spoke to you. So we're kind of starting over again. But I'm guessing this is your parents because they go one above you. I feel strong parental ties. They're holding hands. That's my symbol of people that were married or together here in the physical world. There's huge relief to be reunited on the other side. So one must have passed sometime before the other, or they were significantly like very much in love, and it's that energy of where one passes then the other is like devastated, because there's huge relief to be on the other side together. You understand that?
Oh, I definitely do.
They have the soul of the younger person that's with them. I think it's a gentleman that's there. He just shows me to the side, so I'm not sure if this is your husband or brother, but there is a lot of love coming towards from him to you. Did you lose a spouse, hun?
No.
Interesting. So who is do you have a sibling on the other side?
Nope.
Interesting. There's a
I'm not sure.
Okay, so he's going to validate for me here because they're very proud to be bringing this person through. So, and one of the things that I love about the THM club that I started getting used to as we started moving on with the club was that even members that I've had on here for years, if you lose somebody in the family or you're going to connect with new members of the family and they've lost somebody, then they will bring those people in. Even if I've read for you 100 times before, new people will step up at the right exact time. There is somebody that is your parents are bringing forward the person underneath of them that passed suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically. I do feel it was some time ago though, so it doesn't feel like it's extremely recent, but they have the soul of the person that passed before we would think of as their time coming with them.
Could be my uncle.
That would make sense because to the side, right? Uncle is above you and to the side, but it's still to the side.
Yeah, he was my favorite uncle.
That would make sense then. So hold on a second, slow this down. That's absolutely who this is because now I'm getting the new messages coming forward. That's how you can tell. If we were wrong, they wouldn't let me go forward. So all three of them are coming here together because they're really excited about something that's going on in your life. The first thing I heard when we did the connecting exercise was changes. You know that song?
Yeah.
And I feel like I just see spring. I know we're in spring, but I'm feeling like spring cleaning or just the sunshine coming in the air. Hold on a sec. I don't know if you're just getting outside more, but I can feel your energy just lifting. And they're like literally showing me the clouds going away and the sun coming back in. Did you go through a period where you were feeling really dark for a while there, hon?
Well, yeah, because it was just COVID and, being isolated. And
But have you started like spring cleaning or something like that recently?
I've been doing a little bit, but being outside more, and we know we're going to start going up to, like, we've got a trailer, weekend
There we
trailer,
go.
so we'll be going to do that.
That's
Starting to do that soon.
that would make sense why they're showing me the clouds part, the sun coming out, and all I feel is your energy is just lifting huge. They're really excited about this because then they took the white blanket off of your shoulders and threw it on the ground. And then to the person to the side of you, you're married?
I am.
Because they're showing me, so the white blanket around someone's shoulders is my symbol for health or stress issues. And they're making me feel like your optimism of being able to look towards the future is literally making you guys better. It's helping with some of the dis-ease. I feel like, I don't know if your husband, the same thing, you and your husband both had this, I don't know what kind of, how to explain it any better than to say crunchy kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? There was like a tense kind of feeling, and it just, I can see clearly now as the song that's like blasting through my head.
Mm-hmm.
Did your uncle have a dog? I can hear a dog barking, and I think he's with the dog.
Well, we used to have a dog, and the dog also passed, and he remembers the dog.
He's got the dog with you, or with him. Oh, did you hear what I said? With you. I feel like, have you been thinking about getting a dog recently?
No.
I like how quick you answered that. That's what I would say.
No.
I don't know if he's like got a teasing energy, if that's kind of, and I don't know if he's come through a lot of times before because he's making me feel like he's new.
Yeah, I've never had him come through at all.
Interesting. He's very loud. He's like, well, I'm coming through first right now. He really wants you to know he's with you right now as far as like moving forward and getting out in the sun and enjoying life. I feel like he's teasing, he must be teasing you because he keeps saying, get a dog, give her a dog, give her the dog, give her the dog. And I'm like, she doesn't want a dog. Stop saying that in my head. And he keeps saying it in my head.
We have a cat. That's good enough.
That's probably why he's saying give her a dog, just for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean?
No, we're good with a cat.
I don't know why he keeps showing me this. He's emphasizing the health, the health, the health. I asked him again, what is your message today? And he said he needs you to know that he helped with that. There's something about the white blanket coming off of your husband and you shoulders. So I'm not in your life, hun, so I'm not sure what's been going on in your life, but I think that's why I was seeing your name in my head for a while now, because your loved ones needed you to know that they were helping to clear that out. But it feels more like stress than actual physical health, but it could be stress that started to manifest as physical health. Do you understand that?
I do, yeah.
Because then again, they play, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. So I think it's his way of letting you know that this is not coming back. And so long as you fill your mind with those visions of sunshine and the expectations of everything happy that you're looking forward to, then you're moving away from that dis-ease. And
Okay.
and you're pushing it behind you. And your uncle is reminding you that he's on your team. Because you talk to your parents a lot. They're standing in the background. They're very proud to have brought him through today.
It's nice to hear from him and to know he's there.
He just gave you a rose and kissed your cheek. And I see JU, which is June or July. I think it might even be June. So is the rose is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or something that happens once a year?
Well, it's going to be our 25th anniversary, the end of June.
That's what I thought is June. Please know that he's going to be there celebrating with you. And I see the sun coming out again. He's like, yes, do it. Book that party. Do it. There's a lot of enthusiasm the way he says it. Like, even if you have to do it outside, just book it and celebrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He loves you so much. He's really excited to let you know he's on your team. And he's really excited for everything that's coming up this summer. Lots of joy and happiness I see around you, like reconnections. I think it's that energy of shaking off of the isolation that we've all been kind of feeling, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Please know he loves you so much. And then one more thing, as they're backing up, your mom stepped forward and she said, tell her to water the plants, or I'm watering plants. And I'm like, what is this?
They're all dead.
Ah! You killed them?
I killed them. That's why she goes. She's probably talking about the ones she planted in the garden years ago, 20 years ago. They still come up every year.
See, that's her. She's like, just water the flowers. I'll keep making them come up. All you got to do is give them a little bit of water.
And I've had them try to pull them out all the time.
It's not going to happen. Just water them. Make the best of it. Please know she's with you and that they love you very much. And now that you know how to connect with me again, I will talk to you again soon.
All right.
I hope that was helpful.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Thank you. It was, Tracy.
Have a great rest of your day, hon.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I love that. Okay, then I'm coming to you. So if you can unmic yourself for me. But I need you to do me a favor, hon. I need you to take a breath. Take a breath. Because I don't know if you're really stressed or if, I don't know what this is, but the tension around you is like, I could cut it with a knife. Do you know what I mean? And anxiety and grief can kind of distort the energy, which makes it harder for me to connect. Kind of like water distorts sound. You can still hear, but it won't sound like this. Do you know what I mean? So it's a little, I don't know how to explain it. Just the energy around you is tight. Take a deep breath. Blow out the tension. Awesome. It's funny. I don't know if it's disbelief or if it's just nerves. I think it's nerves, a little bit of both. Okay, as I'm starting to, okay, let's do this connection exercise because I've never read for you and I'm picking up a lot of stuff now. Okay, so if I could get you to put both feet flat on the floor for me. I want you to close your eyes, and when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, there's an interesting puzzle dump coming through. So I'm going to explain puzzle dump. I know I just passed over it with Jane because she understood it, but I want to explain to you what I mean by puzzle dump. Is that when we do that connecting exercise, there is a huge wash of information that comes over me, but it's not my life. And so I don't understand what everything means. So it's kind of like when you dump out the pieces of a puzzle, that's why I call it a puzzle dump. You have to kind of organize them to figure out how they go together. So what I'm going to do is take all of this and describe for you what I'm seeing or picking up, and then we'll go back and figure out how that fits. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm very aware, like I said, first things first, is that there is a crunchy, tense kind of energy. So what that means to me is there's some anxiety or grief around somebody's passing. I do see this, which is my symbol for very quick illness or quick something, and then passing quickly on the other side. I have somebody stepping forward that has white lighters all around them. White lighters are beings on the other side that are pure white light, and their job is to help souls heal. Typically, they will surround somebody who either takes responsibility for their passing, committed suicide, or whose passing was sudden, unexpected, or traumatic in such a way that there's a lot of healing needed for the person that passed or the people that are left behind. As I'm saying this, you see me like doing this on my face. That's a sign of, that's one of my symbols for, I hate that symbol, but it's one of the symbols for some type of disfiguration of the body when we passed, or it didn't look the way it was supposed to look when we passed. I'm seeing a lady over there. I don't know if this is mom or grandma yet. She's definitely funny when I say that. She goes, "Get over here." She's looking at us. So she's got other people with her, but I don't think I'm supposed to go to them first. I'm supposed to start with this person here. Are you understanding who the person is that passed suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically? Lana? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, you're kind of cutting out, but I'm picking up a few words.
Oh no. I'll try this again. There's somebody coming through that it has passed suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically before we would think of as their time. I taste blood. That's my symbol for trauma. And until we validate exactly who that is, it's a little bit harder to get specifics until we validate one piece by one piece. So do you understand who the person is that passed very suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically before we think of as their time? I see that ripped out kind of energy.
I don't.
So this does not necessarily
No, I
mean,
can't.
so this does not necessarily mean that it was somebody young, like a child or 20. What it means is somebody that passed before we would think of as their time. So they didn't live till 80 or 90 years old. They passed, I'm getting very sudden, quick illness, and then passed suddenly on the other side.
No, I can't think of anyone.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. They're like rolling their eyes, like, sorry, like you're gonna think of this later and be like, oh my God. Maybe it's the way I'm explaining it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the lady that steps forward. She's like, I'll validate then. So she shows me the body scan, which is my symbol for more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. Then she shows me unzipping it and throwing it on the ground like a wet bathing suit. Like I am done with this body. She shows me how beautifully she's dressed. She's like, tell her I'm dressed perfectly. Like I feel like this lady didn't have a hair out of place. Would you understand that as your grandmother?
Yeah.
I think it's grandmother.
Yes, absolutely.
She's got the young person that passed tragically. So there's somebody in the family that passed before we think of as their time, because as she steps forward, she says, I have the young person. Tell her they're with me. Okay. Hold on a second. She shows me distance or space. So that's my symbol for that either she's been on the other side for some time or she lived a distance away from you. I'm hearing daddy's hands, and then I see the gentleman step forward. Her husband is also, your grandfather is also on the other side.
Yes, he is.
Because she shows me the heart and that
Yes.
my feeling for healing and that we are absolutely together on this side. Did one pass substantially before the other?
Several years, about 6 years apart.
Because I can feel the relief to be reunited. And I hear daddy's hands, which is my symbol for father figure, or somebody on dad's side of the family, but I can't tell if that's still around this young person or if that's her. Is this dad's parents we're talking to? That's mom's parents, isn't it?
It is my father's parents.
Okay. Then I have your
My
mom.
dad's.
Your dad's still here though, correct?
My dad is. He's still here.
Interesting. So I just got a pain throughout. Okay, hold on. So I have mom's. I don't know. This might even be mom's grandmother. Is your grandmother on mom's side still living? Can you hear me, Lena?
No, she's not. No, she's not living.
Did she live to be very old? Because I'm seeing a very old lady. So I'm getting somebody who's like in their 90s at least on the other side stepping forward.
Yeah, both of my grandmothers were in their 90s when they passed.
Okay, so she's validating this is her. Okay, so back to daddy's hands. I'm hearing this again. So funny. Dad's grandma, I gotta say, is a lot louder and a lot more bossier, or dad's mom, I have to say. And then I feel my leg hurt.
Right.
And I saw the white blanket going around dad's shoulders. The white blanket again is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. And I got a cough. Is your dad the one that's having the breathing, or is this the father issue that's stepping forward with him? Because somebody, all I can hear is, and they're restricting my breath. Do you understand?
Yeah, I don't know of any illness with my father, but certainly my grandfather before he passed
had the breathing issue, or the because they're very much putting the white blanket around dad's shoulders. So I don't know if he's not experiencing any health issues, then that means that there is some type of stress issue going on here. And I do get this separation again. Do your parents live somewhere distant from you or separated from you? Do you understand that?
Well, I'm rural and they're in the city. We're not terribly far apart, but I had moved out of the city where we were very close.
Interesting. Slow this down. Your grandfather, I got to tell you, he's got some energy. I like his energy. I'm going to tune into it because it just feels very fun and lively. And I feel like he's going to try to make you laugh kind of energy. Do you understand that personality?
Absolutely. Yeah. Always joking.
That's exactly how he's coming through his energy. He's like, okay, tune into me. I'm going to make her laugh. I'm like, okay. He said to stop being so serious all the time. Interesting. I feel like he keeps trying to make you laugh. I feel like he's trying to. So I don't know what challenge you've been going through in your world, because he just showed me the gray, which is my symbol for challenge or stress going on, right? And maybe that's that crunchy energy I can feel around you. Some type of stress, right? And he's like, just laugh, 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 laugh. Laughter is literally the best medicine. You can't. Interesting. He's giving me a bunch of sayings in my head. He's very clearly with you right now. I don't know what you're going through in your life, but I feel like you're trying to make he's talking about making changes. He's talking about moving out of the old and moving into the new. And that the way that you do that is by focusing on what you want, right? Focus on the laughter, focus on where you're going. He's like, stop taking everything so serious. It doesn't have to be so serious. It's okay to fail. In fact, failure, get excited when you start failing, because that means you're on the path to success. If you're not failing, you're not on a path. You're just sitting there doing nothing, right? Slow that down.
Right.
I don't know if you're trying to help somebody or something, because he shows me this, which is my symbol for struggle or challenge in a relationship. So it could indicate romantic relationship, it could indicate friendship, it could indicate just some dynamics around you, some relationships, right? And he's saying to remember that when you're asking for something new in your life, sometimes you have to let things go. That doesn't mean that you're letting them go forever. That just means sometimes we have to move away from the old so that we can embrace the new. And that you don't change the old by focusing on the old. You cannot focus on the problem enough to fix it. You have to focus on the solution. You have to, and he just keeps saying laugh, 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 laugh. I don't know if you've been depressed or if you've been sad for a while, because he is trying to make you laugh. So I'll tell you, when Spirit's this insistent on you laughing, you're going to see stuff happening around you that is going to make you laugh one way or another. Like things, I don't know, I'm seeing things like a coffee pot exploding, or like milk falling all over the place, or just funny things happening. Do you understand that?
Absolutely. Yeah. There are times where I think, oh, he must be here because he'd get a kick out of this.
That's actually him. He is there. So keep talking to him and asking him for help, because he's trying to guide you towards the path of happiness. He said that you've done everything you can for these people. It's time for them to be responsible for themselves. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
I really feel like he's trying to guide you towards happiness, because here's the thing. In your heart of hearts, I feel like in order for you to be happy, you need your family and your loved ones to be happy. I understand that totally. I can't be happy if the people I love are not happy, right? But how do we teach the people that we love to be happy? You can't get poor enough to make poor people wealthy. You can't get sick enough to make sick people better. You can only help people from a position of elevation. So it's important to elevate yourself and then reach back and help them up. So don't be afraid to let them go for a little while on your quest to fill yourself with extreme happiness and joy. Because when you do, you become that light in the darkness for the rest of them. Oh, my nose. They still are emphasizing they have a younger person on the other side with them. So there is absolutely somebody in the family that passed before their time that had some disfiguration. My nose is going nuts. And it's interesting. This is recorded and it will be put up later. So when you go talk to your family and you say they're insistent, there's somebody in the family that passed before we think of as their time, your family, I think, will know who this is.
Okay.
I almost want to think that this might be a sibling of your grandparents or somebody that died in a very tragic way, because it's almost like a younger brother of somebody, or I don't know how to explain it. Somebody passed tragically before we got to their time. And then when your grandparents got to that side, there's all this relief to see that he passed young, but he's here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I just taste blood and disfiguring. I almost wonder if they got shot or if this is some type of war thing or something. Did you have family in the military or in the war?
No, they would have been too young in the Second World War anyway.
I don't know what that is. It's you know what your grandfather just said? It's coffee talk. It's conversation. It's to get them believing. See, the dead will bring up things that you don't know to pass on a message to a family member that maybe doesn't believe in something like this, so that they can get the message that their loved ones are okay. Because how the heck could you know, or could I know something that even you didn't know? You know what I mean? He just thanked Sheila for letting you come forward, because I really feel like this is about letting loose of that stressful energy. Breathe. Don't focus on the stress. They'll take care of the stress. Whatever it is that's stressing you out, Just say, God, you deal with that. I'm going to go swimming. I'm going to go do something that makes me laugh. I'm going to do this, and soak and bake in that good energy, because you can have 99 problems in your world and only one thing going right. And if you focus all of your energy on the one thing going right, everything else in your world will change to match that vibration. But it works both ways. So if you have 99 things going right in your world and only one thing going wrong, and you focus all your attention on that one thing going wrong, everything else will change to match that vibration. I just had this happen in my world with money, because I'm waiting on a certain government loan for my advertising to come up, and it's taking forever. So last week I kept waking up every day, waiting. Lesson learned, I should know, don't be in that waiting energy. Because what did it do? My readings that I had scheduled that day, rescheduled both of them, pushed that a ways back. The other money that I had coming in from somewhere else was late, that got pushed back. So because I was focusing on the one thing that was waiting, everything else changed to match that vibration. So don't be afraid to not focus on the struggle. Focus on the solution. Focus on what you want to feel. And then your cup will overfloweth with all that goodness, and it will spill out onto everybody around you. Does that make sense?
It does.
I hope that was helpful. And as they're pulling their energy back, I don't know what you need to do with the car, but your grandfather again is like giggling, and he's saying the car. And do you, it feels like a newer car, but I don't know if you have need an oil change, or if there's a tire situation. I don't know what this is. It feels minor, but he's like, do it. I can help you with this. I can help you with this. Do you know what he's talking about?
I don't. We have a lot of vehicles, or I guess machines that we use for whether it's ATVs or that kind of thing. So we tend to always have something that needs to be fixed.
So I know what he's saying then. What he's saying is that he wants you to ask him for help with this, because this is how the dead show you that they're not dead, is when you ask them for help with something and then they align you with it in such a way that there is no denying that they brought it in your world, you feel their presence. So I don't know if your grandfather was good with vehicles or liked vehicles, or if he's just showing off that he can help with stuff on the other side, but he very much does not want to be dead. He wants to help with this kind of stuff, and he wants you guys to know that he's there and can help with this, so that you can rely on him. So that if there's something that breaks down, you don't have to stress about it. You just go, okay, Grandpa, that one's for you. I'm going camping. Fix it by the time I get back, would ya? And I'm telling you, if you approach life with that kind of faith, you will be shocked at what starts developing in your world. Get excited, because your grandfather is like showing me this symbol. He's being very powerful right now. His energy is trying to very much envelop around in your life, so that you can take on that not so serious kind of energy. Because when you adopt that energy, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. When we want something, it's kind of like this big vortex that just is energy vortex that follows us around, and everything we want is in that vortex. But unless we are in the receiving mode, then we can't get it. So if you are in an energy of, oh, I want it, but I don't have it, then the universe goes, she doesn't have it, don't give it to her. It stays in the vortex. So in order to get what you need out of the vortex, as Abraham Hicks called it, you have to get into the energy of receiving it. So what that means is that if you want happy, then you have to do things that seem happy. If you want money, then you have to focus on the things that make you feel abundant. So if you, interesting, hold on. There is something about money and a business splitting. Do you have your own business?
I don't. I did at one point. I haven't for a number of years, but we do have, within the family, we have business.
Because I saw it split and take off in two directions. Are you guys trying to grow it right now?
No, it has grown, but those that started the company are at the point of retiring.
Oh, that's the split. Okay, I see. I don't see this business dying, I'll tell you that. I see it growing in a new direction. So don't be afraid of allowing it to change. It is absolutely going to grow in the direction that it needs to grow. When you say family business, I think that's why you have so many loved ones on the other side weighing in on this. They feel invested in this. Interesting. Okay, slow that down. As they are pulling their energy back. One more thing. Your grandmother then just placed a baby in your arms. And I'm like, I don't think that she's having babies. And I'm not sure this could be a grandchild, but I feel the soul coming back. Did you lose a child, abortion, miscarriage, something like this?
I didn't, but I used to be a nurse in the NICU. And so I was there through several losses, not for myself, but for others.
You've experienced them. Oh, that gave me shivers up and down my whole body. Because your grandmother, you have children though, correct?
I don't.
Wow. So that's interesting to me because she's absolutely handing you this child. So that tells me that the soul of this child is going to come into contact with you in some way, shape, or form. If this is not through you, because I don't see you wanting any more children. I don't see this child coming through you. That's why I said it's probably grandchild, something like this. Are you still trying to have babies? Do you want a child?
No, I do have stepchildren.
There you go. That's why it feels like your children, because I don't feel the difference between step or biological. All I know is this child is going to be born into your family. There is the soul of a sweet little girl that is making me feel like, as you said that you had a number of losses, I feel this comfort from this little girl. Was there a baby that just, you were the only person that could comfort her?
Yeah, there was. Yeah. One of my cousin's babies. Yeah.
Oh, see, and it's in the family too. That's what I'm telling you. This child is coming back through the family, but she needs you to know how much comfort you gave her. And so she's coming into your line of the family because she wants you for a grandma. They're pulling their energy back. Is there any questions before they totally pull their energy back?
No, I think I just wanted to know that they were together.
Oh yeah, they're together. Except for they've got an interest in your energy. Your grandma feels a lot more serious than your grandfather. He just is like practical jokes and trying to make you laugh all the time. Like that's the only energy that
That's him.
And your grandma's like doing this.
Yeah, and that's pretty normal too.
So please know they're together and they love you very much. And they're very excited about these changes that you're making in your life because I do see your cup spilling over very, very soon, which is important because there is other family members in your world that need to see you being happy so that they know that happiness is possible. I know that sounds funny, but that's literally how it works. Sometimes people just think that their happiness is not possible for them. I'm too poor, I'm too sick, I'm too fat, I'm too whatever. And then when they see a family member or somebody else that they thought was all those things as well, thriving, then they're like, well, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. So they're really proud of you and very thankful. I just see them go again to Sheila and say, thank you. This was your second attempt, correct? They said second attempt and it sounds familiar, but I don't remember. Were you at a group? One of my Zoom
Yes,
groups?
I was. Yeah.
No, it's funny as they're pulling their energy back. They made me feel like I don't think this is your normal thing. This is not something that you have done before, like going to mediums or things like that, right? Because I don't think your grandparents did either. Because when they said about the group, they said, we were just loving it. We were watching everything going on. We're trying to figure this out, trying to figure out how to communicate, and bringing you here at this moment, at this time. They wanted to have more time with you. I spend a little bit more time on the members than I do in the big group because I can. I got 30 people, right?
Right.
And something about the event that's coming up, it's important to be around Mother's Day. That's the last thing they want to remind you of as they're pulling their energy back. Now, when you say you have stepchildren, I see this again. You remember challenge, struggle within a relationship? And then I see the heart going around you guys, which is my symbol for healing. So I feel like if you haven't already found that healing with them, then keep at it because it's coming. I feel like you are a benefit in their life. Do you understand that?
I do. Yeah.
And your grandma loves that you get to see yourself as a mother. Because I almost feel like you were afraid to be a mom. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
She's like, you're making a great one. Just deep breaths. You're rocking this. You're doing better than you thought you could. And she's loving watching over you. Oh, they're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful, sweetie. She's like, hey, let's bake pies. She's showing me my grandma. As soon as you started to tear up, she's like, that's it. Get over here. Make her laugh again. And she's trying to feed you pies. I'm seeing my grandma and her pies. Did your grandma used to bake pies?
Well, not pies, but she was quite the cook and the baker. So yeah.
My grandma was a French baker, and whenever I was sad, she would feed me apple pie. So as soon as you started to cry, that's what I saw. So that's the energy she wanted to portray to you. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to let them pull their energy back.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And you don't have to hang up if you don't want to. I am just going to call the next person. All right. So Rondell is not watching, but I am calling her. Here we go. Oh, my nose again. Maybe not.
She's driving, she said, all day, so she might
not be able to.
Yeah.
Well, then she can try back again on Tuesday. Okay, I have to hang it up before the voicemail hits her. They will cut this off on YouTube. Okay, well. So Trish, I know I just read for you recently, but I got to tell you that as I all I see is a shadow, and I see the sun. You know how you see on the commercials the sun when he gets the touchdown, the football, and then he's like, "Hi, mom," you know, that kind of scene. That's all I'm seeing behind you is like, "Hi, mom," like that energy of I'm right here. Please know he's there. Okay, but Pearl, I think I'm coming to you. I haven't read for you in a bit, have I? So if you can unmute me.
Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. All right. Both feet flat on the floor, hun.
Okay.
Close your eyes, and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, we got a lot of information coming through here. Hold on a sec. I feel like you're first things first. There is a very busy energy around you. Like I feel energy like, I don't know how to explain it. Either you're very busy, you've been doing a lot of travel. There's something about go, 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 go. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I just finished school and I work and I take care of babies, so.
That makes sense. Okay, slow this down. So I have the mother figure that steps up above you. I just asked her to validate, and she's a little annoyed that I don't remember who she is. She's like, I validated 50,000 times. She's showing me she has clear thought, which is my symbol for, or clear mind. She's taking me to the brain, which is my symbol for dementia, Alzheimer's, stroke, aneurysm, or some type of communication issue before she passed. I do see distance or space. I don't know if you weren't able to be with her when she passed. Do you know
Yeah,
who this is?
grandma.
She right away pushed the other people that are over there away, and she goes, my turn. And she beats her chest like a gorilla, and she's like, I am so freaking proud of you. I am so proud of you. She shows me popcorn. Get the popcorn out. Now, when I see somebody say get the popcorn out, I mean, that usually means that something entertaining is going on, but it could indicate some kind of drama as well, right? If you think about it,
Yeah.
get the popcorn out when we're watching a dramatic movie or something. We're like, oh, right? She's showing me
Yeah.
the energy, and she's like, yeah. But I feel like we're at the end where you come in and just kick ass. You understand that?
Yeah.
Oh, she's proud of you. I'm seeing a contract or papers of some sort and a big check mark, and she hands them to you. Are you waiting on papers, hun?
It might be because I finished the 2-year program that I was in.
The graduation cap. This is a COVID graduation of sorts because there's something about them coming through soon, or that's not it. I'm going to your kids, honey. Do you have like a custody thing going on, or with their dad, or what is it? Because she's showing me
Well,
work and the check mark, and I feel like celebration.
well, they're not my kids. They've just been put into my care for a 3-month period. And yeah, it's been crazy.
It's going to extend past the 3 months, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're getting at. That's exactly. And in order to extend it, you have to do paperwork, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what she's showing. And then she said, breathe, you're doing a better job than you think you are. She's like, she makes it look easy, Tracy. Why is she showing me socks? She's like looking for the socks. And I'm seeing like one of each or something. I don't know what this is.
I don't know. I can't think of anything regarding socks.
So my children think it's cool to wear different socks, right? Like there's never two pair, like a single set of socks that are matching in this house. They always have unmatched socks. That's what I'm looking for, the word I'm looking for. There is something about the unmatched socks that I feel like we're putting on a baby. Do you have like a less than 1-year-old there?
He just turned 1.
She's not letting me move on. She's being very specific. So forget about the not matched part yet. Is there something to do with like, hold on. She's like still showing me socks.
It might be just because I'm really picky with how I have them dressed, and I just like to have their socks matching. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm laughing because she's like ding, ding, ding. And as you said that, she showed me the sock bin. She's like, exactly. Tell her that, she wanted me to tell you out loud and everybody else who's freaking listening that none of my kids wear matched socks. So there you go. I have 4 kids. None of them are in matched socks. I promise you. They wear whatever the heck they can fit on their feet that day. One pink, one blue, one up to their knees, one down at their ankles. They don't care. The truth is, if they're happy, they're healthy, and everyone's thriving. Don't be so. I think that's why that actually makes a lot of sense. Because what did she say right before she said that? She said that you're doing a better job than you give yourself credit for. It doesn't have to be perfect. There is no such thing as perfect when it comes to being a parent. And if you are holding yourself up to the expectations of perfect, then you are missing the incredible satisfaction of what an amazing blessing you are to these children.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She said, say that again, because you have brought so much love and connection and you've kept them together. These are siblings, right?
Yeah.
Talking about that if it wasn't for you, they would have been separated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt sick in my stomach, which is my symbol for, I don't know if their mom has something to do with drug or medication issues, alcohol maybe, because I'm allergic to drugs and alcohol. Well, I don't know about all drugs. I haven't tried them all, but I know for sure alcohol. And I'm very highly allergic to, and I get very sick. And I get that sick feeling when I think about their family. You understand that?
Yeah, the mom's not doing very good right now.
That's why they're thanking you for stepping in and being such a blessing. I'm seeing teeth and toothbrushes. Is the other one, the older one, like 2 or 3? Because I'm still seeing young.
Yeah, he turns 3 in May.
There's something about toothbrushes. Did you just buy him toothbrushes, or there's something about brushing the baby's teeth? And I feel like the baby must have just got a tooth, because they're very much showing me this again.
I've just been starting to brush their teeth because they just recently came to me and I don't think they were brushing their teeth before.
Interesting. They said just give the baby the toothbrush and let him chew on it.
Okay.
That's how I started getting my kids to be okay with the toothbrush in their mouth, because when they're under a year old, they won't let you put it in their mouth, right? So
Yeah.
if you just put a tiny dollop of, like, just a tiny, like, less than pea-sized dollop of toothpaste on a toothbrush, rub it right in there so it gets right in there, a little baby toothbrush, and give the 1-year-old the toothbrush and just let him chow on it, and it will still help get into his teeth. And more importantly, it helps him get familiar with the brush, so that when you do get in there and brush his teeth, it's not a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, she's validating that these are little things that you're doing that are helping to make such a big difference in these children's lives. But they're things that you're not really taking credit for. You're looking at this, I can feel that you feel a little bit overwhelmed in this situation, but it's more because you've got yourself held up to this really high expectation of yourself. And it's like, well, if I don't do everything absolutely perfect, then I failed. And you're forgetting how many awesome blessings you are adding into these babies' lives that they never would have had without you. And all the while you're doing this while working or something, because she's, well, no, hold on. She's like, we'll set up the daycare. Don't worry about it. We're setting up daycare. So are you transitioning into work?
No, I've been working for a while and they've been in daycare and we're kind of in a set routine now.
There you go. Throw that down. So she definitely helped with that. And but see, here's the interesting part, is that when she says that, I can feel the tension around you, that it's almost like, so you say they're in daycare and we're starting to settle in now, but I can almost feel like you have that hyper awareness, like it's going to crash down any single day. You know what I mean? Like that comfort of, we're good now, is not going to last. It's like this almost fear in the background. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Trying to white knuckle, hold on real tight to this. Things going well.
Yeah, I understand. It's just a lot of how I've been feeling and I'm trying to not think of all that stuff. And it's
You know what the message of the day is? The way that we move into what we want is not by not thinking of what we don't want, because if you're trying to not think of what you don't want, you're still thinking of it. And every time you pay attention to something, it grows, right? So the way that you get what you want is by focusing on what you want. So in this energy, what I would do, what your grandmother is saying, is to remind yourself, so parent yourself. You're getting quite good at this, she says. You've been talking to yourself. So she said, make sure that when you're talking to yourself, you remind yourself that your grandma helped set this up. Oh, that's why she's bringing that up. She's like, I set this up. Do you think that I would set you up with something that's going to fail? And she's like, so remind yourself that you are safe, you are stable, you are amazing, and you are headed toward an incredible future. And that if you need more time for these babies, you have more time. That's why they're showing me the contract. Sorry, somebody else is trying to come through. I'm trying to ignore them and they're making my nose go absolutely crazy. There is an energy of somebody coming up around these. Are they both boys?
Yeah.
Because I heard around the boys that passed suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically before we think of as their time. I taste blood. I feel tragedy. I don't know if this was suicide or drugs, overdose, something like that, because I do feel responsibility. Not so much intention, but responsibility around my death. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Is that the dad?
Their dad is still here in the physical world.
There is somebody connected to them that is a biological connection to them that fits this energy though. My nose started to calm down as soon as I talked about them. They want to thank you for bringing the calm, stability, and love into these babies' lives. Do I know who this person is connected to them? Maybe the mother would know. Side to the side to the side. I don't know. There's somebody to the side of her who passed suddenly, unexpectedly, traumatically. Let me get on. Yeah, I think it's overdose. I'll be honest with you, by the sick feeling I get in my stomach. And I think that they're just wanting you to know that by you taking these children in your world, you are breaking that chain. So these children are not going to grow up to follow in mom's footsteps and have those same addictions. They're going to grow up and follow in your footsteps and have goals and dreams and aspirations. I
That
do
makes me
feel
so
like,
happy to hear.
what?
That makes me so happy to hear.
Because you know what, hon? I do feel like they're going to be with you longer than you're expecting.
Yeah.
And that's because their family on the other side love you so much and are so grateful for everything that you've done for them. And it's one of those situations where, you know, when we have our own babies, we get the baby that God gives us. But God gave you babies in a different way. These children kind of chose you. Love.
Yeah.
So get excited because there's some really great things coming up this summer. As long as you don't get into, you got to let go of that white knuckling vibration. Let that go and embrace what you want moving forward. Embrace the love. And they're showing me camping, getting out camping. We'll make it happen. I'm seeing fires. I'm seeing definitely camping.
Okay.
She said, this year we're going to do it. You didn't get out last year, did you?
No.
This year, see, last year you were focused on the problem, right?
Yeah.
This year she wants you to focus on the sun. She's playing, that's how she said, we're going to end this. Oh, your grandma's so funny. She's very, you can feel the energy of being very proud to have the last word. And she said, I'm going to leave everybody here with a song that I want everybody listening to go listen to and soak up. And especially if you're going through a trying time, listen to this song and just remember and focus on the energy that this song is, the message this song is trying to bring. The song is by the Beatles and it's called Here Comes the Sun. Have you ever heard that song?
Yeah.
Focus on the sun that's coming in your life. Focus on all the beautiful memories you're going to make with these children and how absolutely imperfectly perfect your love for them is. And that's all that has to be perfect is your love. That's it.
Okay.
She's pulling her energy back. She's like, I love you. And she's like, now go put 2 different socks on that baby and walk around proudly. And you're going to see some young kids come up and go, oh, he's got the coolest freaking socks.
Okay.
It's going to happen. All right,
Thank you.
pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful.
That was. Thank you, Tracy.
You're very welcome. All right, you guys, I'm going to let it go for here. Oh my goodness, Trish, I can't even see you, but I can still see your son going, hi, Mom. He's like, let's dig in the dirt. So I don't know if you're planning on doing some gardening or something like this. Are you gardening, Trish?
Not today, but I will be very soon. Yes.
He knows because he's like very right there with you. He's like, let's I feel like he's going, my mom always wanted me to garden with her and I wouldn't, but now I am. I'm in spirit. I'm gardening, getting my hands in the dirt. I know I read for you recently, but this is what I love about having you guys on Zoom. They can just get a quick little brief message to let you know that he's with you right now. And I don't know if you've had some pain in your legs or in your body today or something like that, because he's showing me somebody being really stiff.
Hmm.
He says, yes, I'm going to your legs. Have you had some leg or some stiffness?
Not in my legs, no.
Where is it? Because they can only show me
Neck
from
and
my
shou-
library, and I have
Neck,
stiff.
neck and shoulder.
Okay. He's interesting. Okay, hold on. What did that mean? Oh, okay. So that was really sweet, actually. So I just want to explain why I thought it was in the legs first, is because when they show me something, they show me through my library, my thoughts, feelings, and experiences, right? I have fibromyalgia. I deal with that stiffness every single day in my legs. So he was like emphasizing that to get me to talk about it. And as soon as you said in my shoulders and my neck, he goes, yay, I'm so glad she had that stiffness. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? You want me to say that? And he's like, yeah, it's an opportunity for me to give my mom a shoulder massage. It's an opportunity for me to come through and help my mom alleviate the pain so that she can know I'm with her. So, and then I feel it going away. So ask your son to give you that massage and say, I know that you're going to help me with this. So take away that tension and then focus on something that elevates your energy and it'll be gone like that.
Okay.
He wants to prove to you he's there. And then he's like, I'm definitely going with you in the garden tomorrow.
Excellent.
I hope that
I
helps.
could use the help.
Pardon?
I could use the help.
Oh, careful how you say that, because your son is so strong that he is very much trying to show you he's not dead. So you're seeing signs everywhere now, aren't you?
No, but I'm probably not looking well enough.
Once you start
will.
understanding that there is no such thing as chance and there is no such thing as random, and once you start really understanding the language of spirit, you can't unhear it. It's kind of like once you learn English, you can't stand on a bus full of people speaking English and not understand them. You just do. You can't not understand them. So what he's doing is he's trying to teach you the signs of synchronicity, cooperative incidents, so that you will always understand it's him that's communicating with you. I see the bird. You understand that?
Yeah.
That's him. You just got to stop chalking it up to coincidence. Stop chalking it up to random or chance. And when you hear that something nature acting unnaturally or something like that, like you just go hi, and this is them talking to you. And if you get so good, once you start understanding the language, they give you more and more and more words to understand. And so pretty soon, all you got to do is ask a question and you'll understand the answers from what the universe is giving you all around. Does that make sense? So he
Yeah,
said
I actually I do say hi to the birds all the time. When they're squawking, I do say hi.
Good, good. That's first word. So you've got a lot more language to learn. That's like learning bonjour in French. Now you know how to say hello. You got to learn to say some more stuff, right? So when he's showing me bugs, I'll be honest with you, and he's laughing. Did you just see some ants in your house, or was there an issue with ants or something like this?
Not ants, ticks, maybe.
You saw ticks in your house?
I didn't, but my husband did.
Okay. I don't know what a tick looks like. I don't think I've had a lot of tick involvement in my library, but he's showing me bugs and he's telling me that's him. He likes the bugs. He likes the creepy crawlies. He likes the things. He says, Tracy, I'm going to send her things that make her heart beat because that's what I did. I like the adrenaline. So I'm going to send them things that make them go, oh. So you might see bees. You might see dragonflies. You might see things that are going to scare you. And when that happens, you just say, stop it. I know you're there. And be playful because that's what he's trying to teach you is his language.
That's
Awesome.
great.
All
That's
right, you
great.
guys, I'm gonna let them back up for there. Thank you, Diane, for being here as well. Everybody for being here. I hope you guys get out and enjoy the sunshine because it's supposed to be beautiful today, and then tomorrow, not so much. So enjoy the sunshine. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tracy.
Bye.
Bye.